Creit News Citicore Energy REIT Corp. Ed Saavedra's Creit Green Bonds fetch 7.05% coupon rate. The country's first renewable energy real estate investment trust, Citicore Energy REIT Corp. Creit, has set the interest rate for its ASEAN green bonds at 7.0543%. Creit said the bonds due February 10, 2023 would be due in February 2028. The bonds were assigned a rating of PRSA plus with stable outlook by the Philippine Rating Services Corporation, PHIL Ratings, signifying its strong capacity to meet its financial obligation.
The offer period for the bonds kicked off Tuesday and would run until Friday, February 3, with SB Capital and Investment Corp. and PNB Capital and Investment Corp. acting as the joint local underwriters, issue managers, bookrunners, and selling agents.
Proceeds from the offering will be used to bankroll the development of a solar rooftop system project and acquisition of land with an estimated area of 5 million square meters.
The land parcels, located in Batangas, will be leased out to solar-powered generators and operators affiliated with Citicore Renewable Energy Corp. Creit's sponsor.
These units have secured solar energy service contracts from the Department of Energy to construct 3 utility-scale solar plants, with a total projected generation capacity of 269 MWDC. These facilities will form part of CREC's expansion pipeline.
EastWest UNIBANK News. EastWest revives P7 per liter discount at UniOil. Here's how to avail.
EastWest Bank is showing love to its credit card clients with a fuel discount at UniOil for the whole month of February. The Goshenland-owned bank announced that Visa credit card holders can avail of the P7 per liter discount on all Euro 5 fuel products at select UniOil gas stations from January 30 to February 28. The discount is limited to a cumulative 80 liters per cardholder daily, and is limited to end-user transactions. Promo is only valid to direct-to-vehicle tank loading and is not valid for PO accounts, corporate fleet, public utility vehicles, business commercial vehicles, and any vehicle that has over 120-liter fuel capacity, the bank added. It's a welcome discount now that fuel prices are hitting P65 a liter once again. Time for a road trip? Yes, it's back. Enjoy PHP 7.00 off per liter on all Euro 5 fuels when you gas up at participating UniOil stations with your EastWest Visa credit card.
A max of 3 transactions accumulative to 80 liters may be availed by a cardholder per day. Promo is only valid to direct-to-vehicle tank loading and is not valid for PO accounts, corporate fleet, public utility vehicles, business commercial vehicles, and any vehicle that has over 120-liter fuel capacity.
Promo runs from January 30 to February 28, 2023. T&Cs apply. Visit bit.ly/eview0223 to learn more. Per DTIFTEB 159,364 S2023.
ACEN News. ACEN Corporation EEI Power, Semirara Mining and Power Corp. and Gigachi 11 were among the 14 firms that had signified their interest to acquire the 165-megawatt Kaseknan hydroelectric power plant. The Power Sector Assets and Liabilities Management Corporation (SOM) said.
Giga ACE 11 is a subsidiary of ACEN Corp., the listed energy platform of the Ayala Group. The 11 other interested bidders include businessman lawmaker Mikey Romero's Belgrove Power Corp., Fresh River Lakes Corp., Neptune Hydro, Inc., Santa Clara International Corp. Pan Pacific Renewable Power Fills Corp. Global Hydro Power Corp. Axia Power Holdings Philippines Corp. Panasia Energy, Inc. Hansen Solar Corporation, San Roque Power Corporation, Susan ENS Company Limited and Susan Industries Company Limited, and Peakpoint, Inc. SOM held its second and third pre-bid conferences on January 25 and 27 for the sale of CHEPP to discuss the terms and conditions of the sale. We envision that the sale of the Casecnan plant will be successful, efficient and judicious for SOM and the winning bidder who will take over its management. This second pre-bid conference paves the way for a good return on investment for the winning bidder, starting with a more market-responsive price and on an as-is, where-is, and cash basis sale for the Casecnan plant, said Dennis Edward A. Della Serna, SOM President and CEO. The deadline for the submission of bids is on March 28. ICT News International Container Terminal Services, Inc. ICTSI ends terminal operations in Indonesia's South Sulawesi. Listed port operator International Container Terminal Services, Inc. ICTSI, announced on Tuesday that it had ended its operations at the Makassar Container Terminal in South Sulawesi, Indonesia. ICTSI and state-owned PT Pelabuhan Indonesia IV, Pelindo IV, have mutually agreed not to renew their cooperation agreement, the Enrique K. Razon Jr.-led company told the stock exchange. The global port operator, through its wholly owned subsidiary ICTSI Far East Private Limited, acquired the PT Makassar Terminal Services (MTS) in May 2006. The MTS has a cooperation agreement with Pelindo IV for the procurement, installation, and operation of container loading and unloading equipment at the Makassar Port Container Terminal in South Sulawesi, Indonesia. According to ICTSI, the cooperation agreement was originally due to expire on September 30, 2013, but was extended until January 31 this year. The parties have mutually agreed not to renew the cooperation agreement. In view of the foregoing, MTS, which is one of ICTSI's 3 operating subsidiaries in Indonesia, will immediately cease operations at the Makassar Container Terminal, the company said.
It said that Makassar is the Indonesian gateway to South Sulawesi and eastern Indonesia. It facilitates Indonesia's nickel and cocoa trade.
In the last week of 2022, ICTSI saw developments that include the signing by its subsidiary IWI Container Terminal Holdings, Inc. of an agreement to buy the ownership interest and subscription rights of Marubeni Corp., a Japan-based integrated trading and investment business, in Bawan International Port, Inc., BIP. BIP, the operator of the Bawan terminal, supports cargo movements in and out of the Calabar Zone, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and Quezon region. For the 9 months ended September 30, 2022, the company saw its net income attributable to equity holders increase by 47% to $465.1 million from $316.4 million previously.
Revenues from port operations climbed 20.1% to $1.64 billion from $1.37 billion in the previous year.
ICTSI shares closed 2.08% lower at P207.40 apiece on Tuesday. RJL Balinban. MWC Manila Water Company, Inc. Maynilad customers to receive P101 to P377 rebate. The Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System, MWSS, said that a total of 222,221 customers of Maynilad Water Services, Inc. affected by the water service interruptions in areas served by the concessionaire's Putatan water treatment plants will receive a rebate. In a virtual press briefing on Tuesday, Joel A. Dominguez, Department Manager of MWS's Regulatory Office's Operations Monitoring, said that 18,032 customers who were without water supply for more than 24 hours will receive a rebate of P376.78.
Up to 204,189 customers who experienced intermittent supply from December 2022 to January 2023 will receive a rebate of P101.30. Last week, the MWSS directed Maynilad to rebate P27.48 million to its customers affected by the recurring service interruptions such as Parañaque, Muntinlupa, Las Piñas, and areas in Cavite, including Bacoor, Imus, Noveleta, Rosario, and Cavite City. Greg R. Antonio, Maynilad's head for water production, said Maynilad is now working to bring the Putatan plant's operation back to normal.
There are still maintenance activities that are still being done. Those maintenance activities are projected to be completed by the first quarter, he said. Mr. Antonio added that for customers in the southern part of its franchise, a 24/7 water supply cannot be achieved until the completion of the Poblacion water treatment plant, which can produce about 150 million liters per day, MLD.
We always try to bring uninterrupted water supply. We are lacking flexibility in terms of alternative supply. The completion of Poblacion will cushion this, he said.
In an earlier statement, Maynilad said the Poblacion water treatment plant in Muntinlupa was 53% completed. It added that its Julian Modular Treatment Plant, MTP, had been completed but was awaiting a permit to operate. Julian MTP, which is located in Maynilad's pumping station in Imus, has a capacity of 4 MLD once operational. Earlier this month, Maynilad blamed the water interruptions on the reduced production of its treatment plant in Putatan, damaging its sludge removal equipment. The West Zone concessionaire added that the prolonged water service interruptions were due to the rise in turbidity levels of the raw water from Laguna Lake. Metro Pacific Investments Corp., which has a majority stake in Maynilad, is one of 3 Philippine units of Hong Kong-based First Pacific Company Limited, the others being Philex Mining Corp. And PLDT Inc. Hastings Holdings, Inc., a unit of PLDT Beneficial Trust Fund subsidiary Media Quest Holdings, Inc., has an interest in Business World through the Philippine Star Group, which it controls. Ashley Erica O. Jose. Glo News. Globe Telecom, Inc. Globe says deploying new antenna technology to improve LTE and 5G. Globe has successfully completed pilot deployments in Southeast Asia of the first multi-beam, multi-band lens antenna technology, which provides improved 4G, LTE and 5G mobile capacity and reduces coverage holes, especially in large gatherings. Globe Telecom said on Tuesday it has piloted a multi-beam, multi-band lens antenna technology which is the first in Southeast Asia.
In a statement, it said the new solution provides improved 4G, LTE and 5G mobile capacity that reduces coverage holes, especially in large gatherings.
The new solution was invented by Mat Singh Limited and implemented by IBM's Technology Fills Corp., it said.
Globe said the lens antenna easily meets the capacity demands of data-heavy smartphone apps, making it ideal for outdoor events, rural areas and densely populated areas such as stadiums, coliseums, rally events and symposia.
It also emits multiple beams cleanly with minimal radio frequency interference, deterring signal disruptions, it added.
The technology provides higher mobile download and upload data speed, resulting in lag-free video streaming and gaming, high-quality video conferencing and delay-free messaging services even in peak hours and when there are large gatherings. Globe is always a pioneer in adopting new technologies for its customers. The lens antenna technology is another major milestone in Globe's efforts to provide Filipinos with reliable and high-quality mobile connectivity. We are thrilled with the results of the pilot deployment and are excited to continue working with Mwc to bring this innovation to our network on a larger scale, said Gerhard Tan, head of Network Strategy and Technology Enablement at Globe.
Globe said it plans to deploy the solution in areas hosting major events in key sites within Visayas and Mindanao such as Guimaras, Negros Occidental, Negros Oriental, Cebu, Iloilo, Antique, Aklan, Bohol, Capiz, Bukidnon, Misamis Oriental, Zamboanga del Norte, North Cotabato, and Zamboanga del Sur.
Globe adds over 300 new 5G-capable cell sites in Visayas.
Globe says over 50,000 fraud-linked SIMs deactivated, blacklisted in 2022. Globe reminds users to register SIM using official channels. MPI News Metro Pacific Investments Corporation. MPIC targets P500M revenue from dairy business by 2025. By RJL Balinban, Senior Reporter Metro Pacific Investment Corp. MPIC expects to generate P500 million in revenue from its dairy business by 2025. According to the president of its agriculture unit Metro Pacific Agro Ventures, MPAV. When MPIC invested in Carmen's Best, we wanted it to become a $500 million business by 2027. And now we are cutting that shorter, MPAV President Jovi I. Hernandez told Business World in a recent interview. By 2025, we will reach that, and that's not yet with LR. He added, referring to MPAV's partnership with Israel's LR Group to expand MPIC's existing dairy business.
If we add on the other subsectors, especially the LR, we are seeing a much bigger revenue that we'll be contributing to the group, Mr. Hernandez said.
MPAV and LR Group are investing P2 billion in the partnership, which aims to build a dairy facility in Bay, Laguna. They aim to produce at least 6 million liters of milk every year. The operation is expected to begin in late 2025 or early 2026. The construction of the facility will start this year.
MPIC previously entered into a partnership with Carmen's Best Group, which consists of Carmen's Best Dairy Products, Inc., Carmen's Best International Dairy Company, Inc., Real Fresh Dairy Farms, Inc., and the Laguna Creamery, Inc.
I think the long-term aspiration is for MPAV, at a certain point in time, to become as big as the others. Maybe not as big as PLDT, but based on what we see today, the opportunities in terms of investing in agri-subsectors, we think that it's pretty sizable, and there is a chance that it will become a good revenue driver for the group, Mr. Hernandez said. He said the MPIC is also eyeing getting into the coconut production business. We want to invest in subsectors where we think the Philippines should be number one, and that is coconut. We used to be number one in coconut, Mr. Hernandez said. MPAV was set up by MPIC to be the arm that will drive all agricultural endeavors and the ambition to develop the food sufficiency of the Philippines' agricultural sector, starting with the growth of Philippine dairy as an industry, according to the company.
MPAV noted that the Philippines imports a little over 2.8 million metric tons or 99% of its milk and milk byproducts due to poor feed and management practices, high production costs, and the lack of adequate dairy infrastructure.
MPAV's mission to expand dairy farming allows over 10,000 Filipino farmers to have a better livelihood. Beyond that, the conglomerate can also help the Philippines become a more self-sufficient dairy-producing nation, the company said.
MPIC is one of three key Philippine units of First Pacific, the others being Philex Mining Corp. And PLDT Inc. Hastings Holdings, Inc., a unit of PLDT Beneficial Trust Fund subsidiary MediaQuest Holdings, Inc., has a majority stake in Businessworld through the Philippine Star Group, which it controls.